Hi guys. Hey there. I'm Vanessa Levin, creator of Pre-K Pages, one of the most popular early childhood websites in the US, and founder of The Teaching Tribe, my premium membership site for teachers just like you. Teachers of preschool, pre-K, kindergarten, in-home childcare, Head Start, and more. And The Teaching Tribe is a place where I help teachers like you teach better, save time, and live more. So here's what I wanted to do tonight. I have been getting so many questions over in our free Facebook group called Preschool Teachers Are Superheroes. And they're all related to back to school, of course, because that's where a lot of us are headed soon. And we have almost 6,000 members over in the free Facebook group. So if you're not already a member, you might want to go over there and check it out. It's a place to get quick questions answered. So I see some of my friends are here. Hey, Jennifer's here. Tom is here dropping links. Tom, you can drop a link to the free Facebook group. And the number one question we're getting over there right now in the Facebook group is, what do you do on the first day of school? What should you do on the first day of school? So I've been thinking about it. There are lots of different answers to that, right? Because we're all different. So I thought of the 3 goals that every teacher should have on the first day of school. So if you're just joining us, come on in and drop your name and let us know in the comments below where in the world you're watching from tonight. So I see a lot of our Teaching Tribe members here tonight. Hey, Cornica, Tom dropped a link to the free Facebook group for you in the comments. You might not be able to click on it right now because we're live, but as soon as we're done live here tonight, you can go and click on it. It's called Preschool Teachers Are Superheroes. So here are my 3 goals that I believe every teacher should have on the first day of school. I don't care if you teach 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds. I think any child in any grade level, we should have these goals for those kids on the first day. Maybe not middle school and high school. I think they pretty much got it down by then. But the younger kids, these should be our goals on the first day of school. And then I'm going to tell you what you shouldn't waste your time on working towards on the first day. So the first goal is that every child should go home safe at the end of the day. So some of you may have heard me talk about this before because we've got more than 100 Facebook Live videos that I've done over the last year and a half or so on the Facebook page. But I had a principal once. We had like a big, what we call the come to Jesus meeting before the first day of school, where the whole staff meets together, you know, and you go over the teacher handbook and you go over all the rules and regulations and all that good stuff, the nitty gritty of the job. And she made it very clear that her number 1 goal on the first day of school for every teacher and child on her campus was to go home safe. And she didn't want to end up on the 5 o'clock news, because the year before, somebody from our school district at that time, you know, those stories about kids getting lost in the bus on the first day, those are all over the news on the first day of school, right? Everywhere. It doesn't matter where you live. That's the top news story on the first day of school. Some kid gets left on the bus or doesn't get dropped off. So that was her goal. She said, I don't care what happens. I want every child to go home safely, and I don't want to be in the 5 o'clock news. So we celebrated after the first day of school that year that all of our children went home safely. And it was a campus of 900. So that's a pretty big feat, I would say. So that's the number 1 goal. I still have 2 more. See, we're getting more and more people coming in. Wonderful. And Tom has pinned the comment at the top to the free group. The number 2 goal, and it's kind of ironic that it's called number 2, is the potty accident goal, the minimum amount of potty accidents you have. Now, let's hope that those 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders aren't having potty accidents on the first day, but minimize the potty accidents. So right off the bat, I don't care if school's been in session for 5 minutes, you're going to want to start off with some kind of potty routine because those kiddos need to know where it is, they need to know how to ask, and they need to be reminded often. Otherwise, things can go south really quickly, because if you have a large class of kids like I did, then you could be in for some trouble if you have multiple potty accidents on the first day. So I've had years where I had no potty accidents on the first day and everyone went home safe. That was the start to a good year, okay? Celebrate your success. Go in with low expectations, right? That's what I do when I go to restaurants that are kind of iffy. Go in with really low expectations, and then when they serve me something halfway decent, I'm like, yay! So go in with really low expectations. Don't stress out. We're going to talk about the things you shouldn't worry about in just a minute. Let's see. Cornica, thank you so much. Hey, Elisa. Awesome. Ooh, from Bahamas. Welcome, welcome. Okay, the number 3 goal, the third goal on your list, and this is actually really important. Maybe it should have been, maybe I should have put it at the top. Make them want to come back tomorrow, right? And how do you do that? You have to make it fun. Sell it. Sell it. Sell it. Sell them something they're not buying. Singing, dancing, super engaging books. Pull out all the stops. You have to make it something that they want to come back to the next day, because especially if you teach preschool, pre-K, and kindergarten, if it's their first experience in school, they don't always know that they're coming back tomorrow. I've had kids go home on the first day and go, nice to meet you, bye, They have no clue they're coming back again. They're just relieved it's over, and it can be it's like jumping into a cold pool of water. They are shocked when they have to come back the next day, and they're like, you mean I have to do this every day? I mean, make it super fun so they want to come back tomorrow. And I have some tips and tricks for helping you make it fun. But sing, dance, you've got to make it fun. I had this, and I might have told this story once or twice before, but I used to have this problem on the first day of school. And I realized it was a problem that I had created, because I always meet with the parents before the first day. I don't care if your school sets an official date, or if you have to go out and meet them in the parking lot, do it, because it's going to save you so much stress and anxiety. But I would meet the parents first, and I have Tom will drop a link in the comments for you below. I have an open house or meet the teacher orientation editable PowerPoint template. I have like 12 different themes of those. So I've done all the hard work for you. We've got those over in the Pre-K Pages store. We've got the parent handbooks, which kind of match the PowerPoint. It's only there in 8.5 by 11 portrait size, so that you can put them in like a folder or something and make a little booklet out of them, because some parents like to see the information, some parents like to hear it. So you have a PowerPoint presentation, you have the handout. But what I would do is I would tell the parents how to talk to their kids about the first day of school, because not all parents talk positively. They're worried, so they're letting their worries rub off onto their kids. And so then you get kids who are more prone to crying on the first day. So I was teaching them how to talk to their kids about school. And I was saying things like, tell them how much fun they're going to have, tell them about all the fun, exciting things they're going to do. And I guess the parents in my classes thought that painting was really fun. So I used to have these kids for a couple of years. Kids would come into school and they would say, when are we going to paint? And I'd be like, what? There's like 22 of you and 1 of me. I don't think we're going to be painting today. But I didn't say that. But I was thinking it. And more kids would ask me, like, when are we going to paint? I'm like, who told these kids we were going to paint? Who is telling them this? Well, I was telling the parents to think of the most fun and exciting thing they could think of to tell their kids about school. And it turns out that a lot of people think painting is really fun. So they were telling their kids they were going to go to school and paint. And so once I figured that out, because I asked one child one time, like, who told you that? And he said, my mama said that I was going to go to school and have fun and paint. I was like, oh, those are my words. Oops. So that's when I started doing watercolor on the first day, because really they can't do a whole lot of damage with that. And then I got those quick sticks. Those are awesome, by the way, if you haven't tried those. And then we could accomplish that goal on the first day. Okay, so just to recap, my 3 goals for the first day of school, every teacher should have for the first day. Everyone goes home safely, right? That means that they go home on the right bus, the right car, at the right time. Like, there's no dismissal problems. It's the most difficult time of the first day of school with little children, preschool, pre-K, kindergarten. Most difficult time because they don't know, so you better know. And you and the parents better be on the same page. And the best way to do that is to meet the parents up front with some kind of meet the teacher parent night, whatever you want to call it, orientation, whatever, just do it. So Then there's some things that, number 2, no potty accidents or minimal potty accidents, okay? So that means that you're gonna start the day off with introducing the potty and how it works. And even if they're potty trained, it doesn't matter. They will have accidents because somebody is not there one-on-one with them saying, do you have to go? Should you go now? You know, it's different than being at home. So you wanna introduce that routine up front and then do it throughout the day and give them multiple opportunities to go. And if you get through the first day and you got everyone home safe and you had minimal amounts of potty accidents or no potty accidents, you are almost home there. And then number 3, make them want to come back tomorrow. Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it. Singing, dancing. Oh, I have a book list that Tom can drop in the links below. The best beginning of the year books. You could read some of those. And then I also have interactive books. These are the most engaging interactive books that you can read to kids. You might want to start with one of those. It doesn't have to be about a theme. It doesn't have to be about my body or about apples or anything. That's not our goal. That's not our goal on the first day. Our first day goal is to sell it, to make them want to be there, to make learning fun and engaging, to make sure everyone's safe and everyone's happy and all their needs are met. That's our goal on the first day. So don't worry about things like apples and my body or whatever that is. If you don't set that stage on the first day, if you don't have that solid foundation, the rest of the year is going to be an uphill battle. So definitely do that. And 3 things that absolutely don't matter. Let me just look at these. Hey, Lynette, that's great. Tammy, try refreshing your browser if you have any problems viewing the broadcast. It will also be available on replay as soon as I'm done talking tonight. Carissa says, yes, she gives everyone hugs, and she's usually overexcited, reassuring the first day. She always needs extra caffeine. You bet. Those first few weeks of school are really hard. Daisha says they have a meet the teacher first. That's good. That's really helpful in setting the stage. Thank you, Cornica. Send me your invoice. She's recapping for us in the comments. That's awesome. Thank you. Oh, Shannon still doesn't know her teaching assignment. That's rough, Shannon. That's really rough. I'm sorry. I hope you hear soon. We have somebody from Tunisia in the house. Hey there. One of my best friends in college was from Tunisia. Tammy said that happened to her son on the first day. He fell asleep on the bus coming home. Bus driver did not see him. So yeah, it's very common because they are exhausted after the first day of school. Not just the teacher, but the kids too. I have parents tell me, you know, my child came home from preschool, you know, either they got off the bus or after they picked them up, that they were asleep in the car on the bus right after that first day, because it's happening all the time there. It's just on the go. Hey, Carolyn. If you're here right now, then this is where the chat lives. It's just on the Facebook page. So if you go to the Pre-K Pages Facebook page, this is where you'll see this live event. All right, so the 3 things you absolutely shouldn't worry about. Hey. Yes, Tina, you're right. That's what we're talking about. So the 3 things you shouldn't worry about, okay? Over in our free Facebook group, Preschool Teachers Are Superheroes, this is another one of the top questions right now. And those questions are about bulletin boards. What should my back to school bulletin boards look like? And the answer to that, this is something you should absolutely not worry about. It doesn't matter. Because what your bulletin board looks like is not a reflection of you as a teacher. Okay, it has absolutely no play in the whole thing. Now, some of you have said that you work in private schools where they do count your bulletin boards, and I can say to that, that's really sad. I feel sorry for you. But still, they're not looking for the cutest die-cut apples or the cutest die-cut doggy bones and the cutest border that you bought from the teacher store. That doesn't make you a better teacher, and it doesn't make your kids better students. It doesn't make you better than the teacher next door. All the bulletin boards do is suck away your valuable time and energy that you could be using on something else. So I just say let the bulletin boards go. I am all for the bare walls theory, where at the beginning of the year, I usually just put up, and I've done broadcasts about this before, and you can see my bulletin board. I'll make sure to drop a picture in the comments when I'm done. I couldn't go upstairs tonight to film in the classroom, but it's black sheets from Walmart on the bulletin board. All my bulletin boards get black sheets. I know not everyone can put black sheets on their bulletin board. That's okay. But just a nice solid color dark paper to make the kids' work pop. And then I put the same exact bulletin board border on every single bulletin board in the classroom. I don't care if you have 10 or 2. And I make sure it's not a busy one. It's just a nice neutral color. I use teal with a little pop of yellow. So I do like a double border, and those are my boards. And then when the kids come in on the first day, and my broadcast last week was about what do they do when they walk in the door, and that's blank paper. And have a whole thick stack of it, because they're gonna be like, I'm done, I'm done, I'm done. And then we put their drawings on the blank paper, we put those up on the bulletin board. And that makes our bulletin board for back to school. So you could also do I've done little pieces of laminated construction paper, and I have one for each child with their little name card on it. And then on the first day of school, so you don't have to worry about writing their names, because you're going to be running around like a chicken with your head cut off. You can just put them up on the board underneath their name card, and that way you'll know who did it. And then if you want to put like coming soon across those little pieces of paper, the bulletin boards, when parents come, that's fine. You know, your child's work is coming soon. Under construction tape, people have put like from the birthday party store, you know, the party stores, the construction tape that says coming soon, things like that. But I wouldn't spend more than 10 minutes on a bulletin board ever, because you have so much to do. Teachers work so very hard. So that's the number one thing you should absolutely not worry about for the first day of school is your bulletin board. Just cut that out, cut that off of your list right now. The number 2 thing, the second thing you shouldn't worry about on the first day of school is sending any work home. That's not going to happen on the first day. That's not a realistic expectation for you as a teacher. Sending any kind of work home on the first day is not a realistic expectation. And the definition of work differs. So I don't know exactly what it would be. You might be able to send some artwork home, but the odds of it happening, you know, could be, I don't know, could be, if anything could happen on the first day. I've had first days where basically I just ran around chasing kids who were screaming all day. Potty accidents, you know, running through the hallway in the parking lot. I've had first days like that. And other first days when I ran through my whole routine and I was like, it was only 10 a.m. and I'm like, whoa, well, I guess we'll open some centers today. You know, it just depends on the group of kids you have. So I wouldn't put any kind of burden on yourself on the first day of school to send anything, any projects, artwork, any kind of work, whatever that would be in your case, home. That's just not a realistic expectation. You want to be setting yourself up for success on that first day. You want to go home feeling accomplished. And if you set a goal of sending home work on the first day, the odds of you actually meeting that goal are much lower, because the first day is always crazy. So if you don't meet that expectation, then you're going to feel like you didn't get to everything. And we don't want you to feel like that on the first day of school. Lynette, the quote is from the movie The Help. And you can look it up on Google, IMBD. Thank you, Shannon. All right. And then the third one is not to worry about your classroom theme. So I'm getting a lot of questions over in the group about what should my classroom theme be? I've done owls and I've done this and I've done that. And the answer is, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to the kids. Is it going to make them be smarter? No. It's going to make them better behave? No. It doesn't matter. So again, it's just like a bulletin board. It's going to suck a lot of your valuable time and a lot of your hard-earned money to make your theme, and it doesn't matter. So was my classroom cute, or is my classroom cute? I'd say so. But it doesn't matter. It's not a competition between me and the teacher next door or across the hall. It's not a reflection on me as a teacher, right? It's only a reflection on me as a person. And when we're in the classroom, it's not about me, the person. It's about the children, number one, and then me as the teacher second, and not about me as the person. So maybe my classroom reflects that I like teal and yellow, which I do in real life. My classroom is organized. That's how I am in real life. But your classroom theme doesn't matter. So I wouldn't put any time or energy into that unless you've mastered teaching already and you're at the point in your career where you don't have anything better to do right now. You've got all your curriculum done and your lesson plans, and you know what you're doing. You've got your procedures and routines down, and you just find decorating fun. Go for it. But if you're crunched on time and you have a small budget and the theme in your classroom is stressing you out, or the bulletin boards are stressing you out, just don't do it. You know, I think my classroom has a theme, and some of you might not. My black bulletin board sheets and my teal borders, and then little pops of teal and yellow here and there, that's my theme. There is no animal, there is no shape, there is no caterpillar or apple or anything. It doesn't matter, and it's not about that at all. So those are the three things you should not worry about on the first day. Your bulletin boards, your classroom theme, or any work to be sent home. Your goals on the first day of school. Everyone goes home safely. Minimal potty accidents if you're in the early grades, in preschool, pre-K, and kindergarten. And you're going to want to make them come back for more the next day by making everything super fun and engaging, singing, dancing, very appropriate books, engaging books, and we have 2 book lists there for you in the comments below. So some of the tools you can use to help you accomplish some of the goals we just talked about. I have a book. I very rarely mention it during my Facebook Live broadcast because I just forget about it. But I have written a book, and it's for teachers who are new to pre-K or kindergarten, regardless of whether you were a new teacher or a veteran teacher. You could be new to pre-K or kindergarten. So it's called A Fabulous First Year and Beyond, a practical guide for pre-K and kindergarten teachers. And you can find it on Amazon, and Tom will drop a link for you below. And then my 7 Teaching Hacks free ebook. So my free ebook is all about simple ways to save time and get weeks of your year back. And so you can download that free ebook. Tom will drop a link to that. And if you can't see the link right now or can't use the link right now because I'm live, you can just go to prekpages.com and you'll see it right there on the homepage or any of the other pages. It's got a orange and hot pink cover. That's a free ebook. And then the Teaching Trailblazer. So maybe you're thinking about your themes. That's another question we get a lot over in the free Facebook group, Preschool Teachers Are Superheroes. What are your themes for the first few weeks of school? I'd say your theme the first week or the first 2 weeks of school should be procedures and routines, because if you don't have those down, nobody's going to be learning about those apples or those 5 senses. So do that. But the Teaching Trailblazer is my free 50-page curriculum pacing guide for pre-K. So if you want to know about the themes or the sequence of the skills that we teach, you can go over and grab your free copy of that. Tom will drop a link in the comments below. How do you organize your centers? So we have lots of resources for you over at Pre-K Pages. We've got pictures of all my centers. So Tom's going to drop a link to all the pictures of all the learning centers in my classroom, and each of those pages at that link will show you close-up pictures and materials, suggested materials list, and all that. And then we talked about the beginning of the year book list. Those are popular books for the beginning of the year in early childhood. And those engaging books, the interactive books. We talked about that book list, and Tom will drop links to those. We talked about the Open House PowerPoint template. There's 12 different themes, and they're editable. So you can use those to help make sure that your parents are all on the same page. And the parent handbooks that match those PowerPoints. The parent handbooks are the black and white version so that you don't have to use your ink. So the PowerPoint's in color, editable. You can type your own information in there or use the information that I've put, but you probably want to change it because, you know, your school address and phone number aren't the same as mine. But those 2 resources there to help your parents all get on the same page. So if you liked these tips and you found them helpful, I hope you'll do me a favor and share this broadcast in any way you see fit, whether that's tapping the screen or hitting the share button or whatever it is that you'd like to do. And if you would like to know how you can teach better, save time, and live more, then you're going to want to check out our membership site, The Teaching Tribe. So we only enroll new members a few times every year, and we are getting ready to open the doors again on August 4th. And like I said in the beginning, The Teaching Tribe is my membership site for teachers just like you, teachers of preschool, pre-K, kindergarten, Head Start, in-home childcare, and more. It's a place where I help teachers teach better, save time, and live more. So what makes The Teaching Tribe so great? Well, there are a couple of things. The number one reason teachers join The Teaching Tribe is for the resource vault. And over in the vault, we have $891 worth of printables. That's the value, but that's not what you pay. Somebody emailed us this week and said, why does The Teaching Tribe cost $900? It does not cost $900. That's ridiculous. No, that's the value of the printables. If you were to buy them individually at Pre-K Pages, they would cost $891. But instead, they're all available to our members of the Teaching Tribe 24/7 at your fingertips to download as a member. So anything that we have for sale is over in the Teaching Tribe. And Tom will drop a link to the list of the current printables that are available in the Teaching Tribe vault. So you can see exactly what you'll get access to if you're on the waiting list on August 4th. The next benefit of the Teaching Tribe is 2 trainings a month. So you'll get a certificate of attendance for each of these video trainings, these webinar trainings. And you'll also get access to all of those that we've already recorded. So those are already over in the Teaching Tribe waiting for you. As soon as you join, you could spend 30 or 40 hours watching them all if you'd like. I don't know if you have that kind of time, or you can watch them at your convenience whenever is convenient for you. But we add 2 new ones to the tribe every month. So as you can see, the value of the tribe keeps growing because we add 2 new video trainings every month and we add new printables. So when we first started with membership, we only had about $600 worth of printables in the vault, and now we have $891. So you can see the people that have been with us for a year have gotten a great return on their investment. Then we also have our community. It's a community of supportive teachers, new and veteran, a safe haven for asking and answering questions. We have 2 payment options. A lot of you have been asking what the cost of the Teaching Tribe is. We have 2 payment options, annual and monthly. And if you choose the annual subscription, you get 2 months free. So that's 12 months for the cost of 10. The monthly membership price is $29 and the annual membership price is $290. And guys, I'm going to tell you, this is a complete steal for $29 a month, because if you were to pay to go to a giant conference and see me speak and see a bunch of other people speak, you would spend hundreds of dollars just to go to the conference, let alone buy the printables. So this is a super option. So you get certificates of attendance for all the training, and you get all the printables. So that value is enormous.